what is the importance of having friends that match your core value systems? Now, I know we've all been in situations where we have people that are close to us in our lives and they do things or they behave in particular ways which we don't really agree with, and we might even go to the extent of saying, that's common sense, why is he acting like this? Or that's common sense, why is she doing that when she knows she shouldn't be doing it? But the point is that what seems like common sense to you with your given temperament is not necessarily common sense to somebody else, because their temperament is different from yours. The way that they operate and their functionality is different from what yours is. So their sense of being stable, their sense of how they operate is very different from yours. So even something simple like, why could she not inform me before she did XYZ thing? Or why could he not tell me if he needed a favor? Things like that seem really minute and tiny are just points of difference, and we often think that it's common sense, people should know how to behave with us. But honestly, we have to sometimes start making space for people being different from you, especially in friendships. Now, yes, you do need to make certain amount of space for people being different from you and for people having differing points of view. But I guess there also comes a time when you have to realize, what are your core values? What are your foundational values? And does this person share those foundational, very, very basic values or not? So let's say values such as spirituality, values that you hold dear to you, such as, let's say, speaking the truth, being honest in most situations, being kind, being empathetic. These could be any values that you think are important, that you share. And at someone else's essence, they need to share those values. Otherwise, what happens in the long run is that there is a mismatch. And there's a mismatch because while you might have very similar surface level and external values, and you get along fine and everything's great, there is a mismatch because you don't share some very, very basic core foundational values. And then you reach a point where you need to decide whether you'd like this person to continue to be in your life or not. Because there will be disagreements if you do not share the same core values, but if you're willing to go the mile with that person, because even though they don't share core values, that's on you. But if you think that this person who does not share my core values is actually bringing a lot of uncertainty, a lot of negativity, and a lot of lack of clarity in my life, then maybe you want to let them know that given the circumstance, you don't really want them to be in your inner circle. Just very recently, I had to tell a lot of people that although we were friends a while ago, at the given moment, my inner circle is so tight that I just cannot allow this kind of energy to come and be with me any longer. So it's not a good or bad thing. It's just what you have to do to protect your energy and your mechanism. And that does not make you some kind of a robot who lives life in a very mechanic way. That just makes you somebody that is insistent on protecting their own energy. And I think that's so important. It is important to protect your energy, and it is important to recognize who matches your vibe, who matches your foundational values, and who matches your core and surface level values. Once you've understood that, then you can make decisions based on all of these different parameters and characteristics. So I hope that helps you to understand how it's really important to choose your friends wisely and see what their values are like before you allow them into your own inner circle. I hope that's been helpful, and I'll catch you soon.